disturbing the peace, but season exits after 6. So
less than a handful of times since his franchise was boasting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative. Great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Well, they came to the right place. I'm Jen Chuck. I live 2 houses down just on the other side of Cat.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
I'm Walter. I was thinking I could show you the layout of the neighborhood along the way. I mean, I saw that we have homes around here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurst. Throwing right, and that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Singletary. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They go play action with Hurts. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The defense get to the quarterback that quickly. A lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Silly mistake. I guess I look pretty ridiculous.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Just so you know, next time you can submit a claim, thanks again for rushing over.
Are you kidding? This is what 24/7 protection looks like.
Watson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jags have taken the early lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Bills on 3rd down. 49 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the Jaguars' 28-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And oh, he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
To number 27. Touchdown.
Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune.
Any runner's body, That's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Matt Milano on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. 74 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 28-yard line.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play here for the Bills. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Jalen Mills.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Singletary. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Ito Smith, his first carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
To number 87.
From 3 yards out. And the Bills have broken the tie.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and a yard, Watson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A.J. Epinesa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On second down now, Singletary, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
33 yards on the
33 yards that time. On play action, they'll throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Complete.
Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touch.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Watson off play action. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And the Bills first down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Throwing is Hurts. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Buffalo.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Room to run past midfield. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third and long, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt to Will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run. And the Bills will move the chains.
1st down, Bills.
This time,
taking their time and making it work.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They will run with Singletary. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
second down. Here's Jalen Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Hurts fumbles it, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Faking the give. Now Watson. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Watson. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Singletary again. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Singletary.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Singletary. They'll run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. On first down, Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Play brings up third down.
The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He may try and run for this. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Ito Smith, 59 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. It's caught inside the 25. And they will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
The kick is good.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On second down, Singletary. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bills on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. He's going to rifle one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A first down carry for Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On second down now, Singletary. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They go right back to Singletary. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll be a Buffalo first down.
First down, Bill.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you can hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
31's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 31's the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 31's the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Shift, shift.
The Bills are going to the Super Bowl as we say goodnight, everybody.